I should YouTube search how to start a YouTube video. Because I honestly have no idea how to do it without it looking weird.
Or sounding weird.
Or being weird. So embrace the weird. So where do we stand on this painted Spotmatic project? Well, I have the body painted, and this took 2 attempts. Had it all nice and smoothed out. No major orange peel or texture. And then I went in and tried to paint the lettering, which didn't turn out the best. I used a method which had worked for me in the past on this guy, and it just, for some reason, didn't work so well here. I think maybe it has to do with just like the contrast on this one and the fact that this one needed to look worn and used. I had made my first attempt with an enamel paint from Revell. Did pretty decent, but I wasn't happy. So I did a little bit of research, asked around, and everybody had recommended an acrylic-based paint. And this Vallejo was a brand that was recommended. So we're going to give this a try. I did purchase several different colors. So we're going to do a test on this guy first to make sure that this process will work. And hopefully those test results will transfer to this body. So it's going to be learn on this guy and then produce on this guy. And hopefully I'll get better results than the last time when I had to sand all the paint off and start again with the yellow. I'm literally running out of yellow spray paint. That's how many times I've done this. I'd really like to avoid painting it again. Because despite the process of learning, which I enjoy, I do not enjoy relearning. It's just no fun. Let's attempt to paint. Once again, forced to take a different path. And that's really kind of been the guiding theme of this entire journey, is constantly having to take another path. But for me, that's kind of the fun of everything. The whole reason I'm really doing this is to learn a new skill and try to perfect it as best I can. And that process of learning requires lots of mistakes to be made. And I despise mistakes, I think, as much as anybody else, but mistakes can be an excellent way to learn. Sometimes they're really the only way to learn. You've got to do it wrong, and do it wrong a lot, and then eventually you'll do it right. It's kind of that whole, theory of the great, wise, and wonderful Jake the dog. Pretty sure it was Jake the dog that said the first step in kind of being good at something is sucking at it. And that kind of holds true for this entire project so far. I'm only at the end going to be kind of good at it, but I've got to suck at it pretty bad before I can get there. So I also suck at not stopping when I should and just keep on rambling about some stupid stuff. Anyways, regarding this process of using the acrylic-based paint to fill the lettering, I feel it works extremely well. Better than using the enamel. So that's what I decided to go with in the end, because the acrylic paints are just easier to work with. Like, you can remove them, you can erase them, wipe them away easier.
than you can with the enamel paints. And that's really what you need in this situation, because your goal is to fill these deep recesses with paint and not have that paint be anywhere else. So it's almost like you apply it and then sand off the excess, and then you get a nice result in the end. Unfortunately, to see those results, we need to skip to see the end project. So this is eventually what becomes of this paint job. And it wasn't intended to look this way originally. You know, the cell shaded look was not something I set out to do. It's just kind of something that happened. And I like it, and it's just the way it's going to stay. That's what this camera now is. It is now a cell shaded Honeywell Pentax, you know, with some interesting leatherette that's actually made from pine. So it's a pine tax. One last thing before I go, just wanted to let you know that there's always going to be a big delay in my videos in the way they're released. Because at the start of doing YouTube videos, I told myself I would only do them when they are fun to do and when I have time to do them. And lately, I've been finding that my family needs more of my time, which is a great thing because then I get to spend time with them. So obviously, I'm going to prioritize them over making videos. So if this, you know, extended period in between videos is something that doesn't suit you, then you probably shouldn't subscribe to my channel. However, if you don't mind all the stupidness, the big delays in between them, then you know, knock yourself out and let's carry on with this journey and see where it gets us. With that being said, just like to tell you that you need to get out there and you need to shoot.